What is going on, guys? This is Walk Talk Football, the show where we talk about everything that's on your mind. This week, we're back in New York City. The weather is great. We're talking transfer rumors, we're talking Confederations Cup, and we're gonna address you haters. So let's walk. All right, guys, so we had a lot of submissions about Confederations Cup. Let's start off with this one. How do you think Chile's form will continue? Well, they've got 4 games left in their CONMEBOL qualifying to qualify for the World Cup. There's 2 points separating 4 teams up there. Brazil's already qualified, but it's a pretty tight pack. Whoever finishes 5th there will get the playoff, which is also a pretty safe bet to get into the, well, not a safe bet, but I like the odds of a South American team playing in a playoff and getting to the World Cup. And now Chile's also in the final of another major tournament, whatever you consider it, major or not. Confederations Cup is extremely difficult. Took down Portugal in the semifinals. Now they get a chance to play in the final. Form-wise, I think they're in really, really good shape. What else have we got here? Opinion on Ronaldo not taking a penalty. Look, Ronaldo should have taken a penalty. He should have started off. Ronaldo has scored 12 goals from his last 11 matches against Bravo, which means he's got him in his back pocket. He should have led off, led his team in, but Bravo made 3 spectacular penalty saves. Can't really argue that. Next says, if Claudio Bravo had done that Man City, they might have had a chance to win the BPL. Penalties are a different beast. Some goalkeepers are trained to do penalties. They're like specialists. It's a different type of thing. And at Manchester City, he didn't face action all that often because, well, I mean, they don't have a great defense, but they have a good team and they have the ball, at least offensively, a lot of the time. And so for those types of goalkeepers, their job is to stay focused and make those few big saves as opposed to being in the action all the time. And it seems like Bravo likes to have regular action to stay involved in the game. Germany onto the final of the Confederations Cup with their B team, a pretty spectacular accomplishment. Obviously, a lot of these guys are inexperienced. It shows how deep Germany's squad is. It's exciting for the things to come, what they're doing in the youth teams, how good their first team is. Now with their B team, they're in the final of this tournament. It definitely puts Germany as favorites, and I'm interested to see how many of these guys from this Confederations Cup squad actually make the World Cup squad and help improve this team, because right now, Germany is the best in the world. All right, next up, guys, the people want to talk Barcelona. With Barcelona's defensive and midfield troubles, what should they take care of first? Well, I think they should just continue to add attackers because Barcelona plays beautiful football. Bring in Ousmane Dembele. I think they need to add to their midfield. Bring in Christian Eriksen. Verratti could be a good option, but I think he should go to Arsenal instead. Arsenal signed Verratti. If you're listening, if you guys didn't know, Arsene Wenger listens and watches all of our shows. But also in the back line, bring in somebody that can challenge PK, force him to go back to his original level, which at one point was one of the best defenders in the world. But seriously, Barcelona sign Christian Eriksen. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing but respect for Iniesta. He's a club legend. I'm sure he'll be a coach after, or be in the youth systems, or working as a manager or some sort of capacity within the club. But Christian Eriksen can help your team. Busquets doesn't have what it takes to do it all by himself, so make some moves, all right? And then speaking of Barcelona, what do I think about Paulinho being targeted by Barcelona? Very rarely do we see a guy go to China and keep his level, but somehow, apparently, Scolari, who's his coach at Guangzhou Evergrande, is having him play the best football of his career. We saw he wasn't very good at Tottenham, and now he could be going to Barcelona, which is just such a rare move, but I love it if it happens, and hopefully he's able to contribute. Do I think a player will ever be sold for 500 million? No, that's the easy question. Heath, who was your idol growing up when you were a teenager? Roberto Carlos and the real Ronaldo, R9, who would have been the greatest player to ever play the game had he not had a bunch of injuries and gotten super fat at the end of his career. But these were the 2 guys that I followed all the time. I loved them. I still love them to date. I hope I get to meet both of them because neither of them have had the chance to meet. Guys, make it happen. Next up, what do I think of Bayer Leverkusen's new coach and their potential new signing? Well, I never heard of Riyad before, but I looked up his stats. 11 goals, 9 assists is pretty good. He's in the prime of his career, so he should definitely be able to help. And then their new coach took Regensburg from the 3rd division to the 2nd division. Look, it's hard to get promoted from 2nd to 1st, and there's still some parity there between the bottoms and the tops of those leagues. It's hard to go 3rd to 2nd. The quality, the money is so different. So I think why not give this guy a chance at Leverkusen? Whoever it is probably going to do better than they did last year. They definitely sucked. How long do I think it will take before MLS teams switch to real grass? I don't think it'll ever happen because financially it's a huge burden on teams, especially that have rough winters, to have to go back and build heating underneath the stadium so that they can keep the pitches clear during the rougher months or rougher weather months of the season. I would love to see it, but I don't think it's realistic at this point. Plus you have NFL stadiums that teams are still playing in. Hopefully when they get their own stadiums, that will be one of their first decisions, is to switch to grass instead of turf. High kick, do you think Canada's gonna do well in the Gold Cup? I'm not really sure. It's hit or miss with Canada. They've been terrible in qualifying. They do have some quality. A few of my former teammates are there. It'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see them because I would love to see Canada, through the development of MLS, through the development of the Canadian Premier League that they're building, have more quality as a national team. Who has a better shot at winning the Gold Cup with their B squad, Mexico or the US? Honestly, it depends on who's gonna have that home field advantage in the final. If it's a very, very Mexican crowd, Mexico will have the advantage. If it's very, very US, I think US will have the advantage. But both these B squads, I think, will be strong and will be entertaining. So make sure you guys watch the Gold Cup, watch US, watch Mexico, and let's hope for US-Mexico final. Is Morris the US men's national team staple or project? He's still a project. I think he still has a long ways to go. Look, I have nothing against him staying at the Sounders from a league standpoint, from a comfort standpoint, from him being able to be near home, but I do wish that he would have gone to Europe. He has so much potential. He reminds me of Josie Altidore in his size and strength and speed, and I think he has a chance to be better than Josie, but it just depends how fast he can take those steps, but he's definitely still a project right now. Who do I think will get snubbed from being an MLS All-Star this year? I think it'll be Landon Donovan, man. I think he's gonna get the snub. He's not gonna make the All-Star team, which will suck for everybody, but regardless, things will be okay. Heath looks like another Mark Wahlberg. Another Mark, I don't even know what that means. Hey Heath, you have cool hair, that's all. Thank you, that's great. I ain't hating on you guys, I just really want to be on WTF, says Jonathan Ramirez. Well, guess what, man? You're on WTF, we're basically best friends now. All right, guys, well, it's time for my favorite part of the show to address you haters, and we have plenty of it this week. Well, not plenty, we have a few. But can somebody tell me why Heath looks like the typical summer partying white boy with his hair longer than usual? I don't know what that means. My hair's just been growing consistently for like 8 months now, so it's going to get incrementally longer. I didn't just wake up and be like, dude, your hair's longer than usual. You're that typical partying white guy. What is he on about with City, one of the best academies, which is true, by the way. So true that Carlos Puyol apparently recently said that City's academy is now better than La Masia, and he's transferred one of his players there. Carlos Puyol, former Barcelona legend, is now a football agent, is bringing one of his young guys to City under Pep, saying that he has a better chance of getting into the first team and developing there, which is kind of cool. But then Everton is one of the best in England. Barkley, Davies, Holgate, Lookman, Calvert-Lewin, and more. They won the U21's Premier League and had 4 more players starting for England U21s. Well, look, that's great. Good for them. I don't want to hate the development in England, but how often do you see England challenge at the big tournaments the way that Germany does, because they focus on their youth development, they focus on young players getting matches week in and week out, starting at 18, playing in the first and second Bundesliga, whereas like you have all these young talents that get sent to Chelsea and then sent out on loan all over Europe, hoping for the best without any real structure and guidance to becoming better players and becoming stars, which would then allow them to do stuff at the international level. Anyways, guys, that is it for that, but guess what? We are doing a ticket giveaway for the July 1st San Jose versus LA match at Stanford Stadium, which was the college I was gonna go to, but I decided not to because I wanted to pursue other things because I'm one of the smarter people in our office. I'm just kidding, I could have never gotten into Stanford, but maybe someday I'll get an honorary whatever that you get, the honorary something. We are giving away those tickets, so get into the comments and hashtag #GiveMeSickTicks and let us know why you deserve those tickets. We'll hook you up, you can go to the game. It's gonna be an awesome experience. Stanford always puts out a great atmosphere. And the California Classico or Super Classico or whatever it's called in California, San Jose against LA Galaxy. And until next time, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.